You know I had to record y'all doing that.
Interrupt this broadcast to bring you.
CoolNerds now on Facebook. We are live with Mr. Lyriq.
Detroit's own Lyriq.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, peoples?
Yep. My name is Amber, a.k.a. Amber, a.k.a. Ambre. Ambi.
I'm Roderick.
Oh, yeah, feeling the beat, baby.
And this is CoolNerds Unite. This is not an accident. It was meant to be. Thank you for tuning in on this special podcast with my good friend, Lyriq.
What's good, man?
Say hi to the good people. Oh, man.
Hey, what's
It's a
going
pleasure,
on, good
bro.
people? What's going on to the Cool Nerds? The Cool Nerds Unite. Y'all stay united.
Oh, yeah.
Because being divided sucks.
Indeed, it does.
But you hate when people be philosophical and it just be like, oh, okay, yeah, because it sucks.
I saw where you were going there. And then just had like,
Oh, tell
Okay.
me it was on purpose. That it just
Okay.
made it. Yeah,
Was it?
making
Okay.
Just breaking it down in layman's terms for
Yeah,
him. You know, I feel
for the
like-
laminates.
Right.
You know, people that need to be.
because here
There
at
you go.
CNU, we are philosophical.
Indeed, we are. Indubited.
He's definitely philosophical.
Oh, yeah.
Phil-
You got
philosophical.
Feel, right,
in the
exactly.
beat.
Philosophy.
That
you
should
know
be your
what I'm saying?
album
That's in my-
cover.
Right.
Philosophy.
Right. Low-key, that was on the back of a shirt back in the day, though, but we ain't going to go all there. But it's
I'm
like,
trying to give you a break. Never mind. You ruined it.
I did.
You ruined it. Never mind.
But yeah, like, so we got you here today, man. We got a couple questions for you, man, because we want to pick the brain of a musician.
With a spoon and a fork.
For sure.
Oh, there you go. Right, dog. We could just eat all day. You know
Eat
what I'm
all
saying?
day.
Just like, there you
That's
go,
what
man.
it's
Just
about.
so.
It's enough jewels to go around.
So
for
to
sure.
start it off, we know, but the listening audience, as well as the viewing audience, may not know.
Okay.
But where are you from?
Hey, born and raised from Detroit. You know, I grew up around the 8 Mile area, and that's not just because Eminem said he was from there in the movie. I actually, grew up there, so
No
it's my
affiliation.
stomping grounds. Yeah, the west side of Detroit.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm born and raised.
As far as music, who inspires you the most?
And that's loaded. All I can say is, I have so many influences, so many people in the industry throughout the years that have touched my. I can't really say who. It would be, if I pinpoint one, it would do a disservice to about 25 other people, because even how I approach music and how I got as deep in the game as I am in is because I got around a whole bunch of powerful people when I was a rookie, and I learned how to become SpongeBob and soak everything up. So I've soaked
SpongeBob.
up music from so many people. You can't even ask me who is my influence. It would be whom, and that's still not enough. Cause
Indeed.
for real.
So in the music industry, we all know there's a good side and there's a bad side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what did you do to overcome that? How do you stay strong and relevant?
Man, well, put it this way. At the end of the day, you either let it beat you or you don't. You can't really get around it. Like I literally, I don't even gotta say the name, but anybody that know me knows who built that career off of my shoulder. We got a particular deal together, and he went on to make $50 million, and I got zero of that. So I done been taken advantage of for about $25 million. Facts, like guaranteed. So the thing is that was 25 million reasons to have been quit. But I just looked at it from the other aspect, like, and that wasn't the only person. There's multiple people that didn't build their careers. I came in the game and was just naturally talented, but I didn't know nothing. What do you say, coconut? I didn't know coconut about contracts.
Right.
Just so
know what
you
I'm
know, I
saying?
know back home, coconut is the safety word for anytime we want to drop an F-bomb and S-bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I ain't
right.
know coconut about contracts, and we just went in green, and then we were supposed to be signed as a team, and then he took our team thing and flew off, and as a result,
Ain't no coconuts.
Drunk Enough was created, and,
Right.
and some Drake stuff,
Okay.
some Nicki stuff, some
Okay.
Wiz Khalifa, and on and on. And
Uh-oh.
on.
That's,
So-
I mean, that's how I got. That's how I go sometimes, though. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to go in green to come out come out red. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get it. You know what I'm saying? Be able to get.
Don't
the
get me
point
wrong.
across.
I got credit and bread and stuff for certain things, but it should have been way, you know. But I'm in a good place though. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm working with a lot of people, dropping music, and I'm way stronger. And let's say, you know.
Yeah, that means you. It sounds like you got a good team surrounding you, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got fans. I know your son hit you up a couple times since you've been here, so you well loved. You know, definitely well loved, man. So
no doubt.
Definitely gets down with that. So out of all of these, that was clearly a time where you had some hardship. So give me an example of like what you feel like was a defining moment for you in your career, like a challenge
Because
that you
I
overcame.
didn't let it kill me.
That was this right here.
Like that situation right there. Like you think about this. Okay, the way I can make the example is like literally right now. If you knew how to draw, and I knew how to make voices, and then we was like, you know, we're gonna come together and we're gonna make a cartoon. And literally, I couldn't have made the cartoon without you, and you couldn't do it without me. And then we get it together, and then next thing you know, you don't hear from me no more. And then you see the cartoon everywhere, and you know for a fact I done made millions, and you got nothing.
Ooh,
That's literally what happened.
Oh wow.
So you could either it puts you in the place to where it's like, because you know,
Sorry,
I ain't no
man.
thug. I was always a church boy or whatever. But even I said this in a song before: you can be a rabbit turned savage when you broke. That was one of my quotes. Right?
Why does that sound? No, that's dope. I appreciate that. But can you say that again just one more time? Just,
You can be a rabbit turned savage when you broke.
that needs
yeah.
to be a quote on a T-shirt.
Right.
And if let's make the T-shirt, just cut me in.
A rabbit.
Right. Hey,
let's
you
make
can
it
be a
happen.
rabbit
We
turned
need-
savage.
yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Is that we got that?
I don't have
Yep.
my pen, but I'm gonna take
Because
that.
No,
literally
we got
said,
this on
you
camera,
can be
so-
a rabbit turned savage when you broke, and if you think you're eating off my cabbage, you're gonna choke. Because I done laced it with some acid and it's burning up your throat. It was a song I wrote called "Chin Up."
You heard
There you
it.
go.
You heard it here. Heard it here first on Cool Nerds
so
Unite.
Now they
We
about to
dropping
look it up.
bars at Cool Nerds.
Hey, you
Unite.
Hey, you about to light it up.
I told you.
So the thing is that situation for real
Yeah.
would have taken the average person out the game and off the grid. Even if I ain't necessarily saying suicide because I don't promote that or nothing. But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but like when you got you're talented and you got your eyes set on something, and then something like that happens. At the very least, you can be like, yeah, I ain't messing with that no more. I'm gonna go be a barber. Or I'm gonna go be in the plant just because it psychologically, man, it's you know, to have that happen and you see the heights that it hit. Like I got a picture of me holding the Grammy,
Oh, okay.
like literally.
I remember you
And-
telling
that
me.
ain't
and
just a slap
literally
in the face right there.
Literally, that it would not have existed had I not made the voices for the cartoon.
Ooh,
Right.
that burn.
I remember you telling me.
You
about
feel me?
that. I remember
Made the
that.
voices. Took the got holding
You
the
feel me?
Grammy.
Like
that-
all
that
of, like
took-
it doesn't get any higher than Beyonce and Jay-Z in this.
holding a stolen Grammy.
So the thing was like I in no way, shape, form am I saying that I wrote and penned the lyrics to any of that. What I am saying is that portal does not open. Without our powers combined, the portal don't open. So that song doesn't exist. That Grammy doesn't exist. If we didn't do what we did. Now I wasn't, you know, I could have been bitter about it and been like, you know, screw this, or I could have took it to the streets because
Yeah, for
we
sure.
from that. And whenever he touched down back in the city, you know, he'd be on the map and off the map the next thing. But then my life could have been over. I would have not had, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so many, it come down to decisions.
Right.
So because I didn't handle it in any type of negative, adverse way, I didn't even burn the bridge. That happened 2006. Because I spent that 10-year period of time and just got better and became 10, 20 times the person that person was,
Right.
we re-linked back up in 2016, and he pulls me in on the project, and now because of that I have a song with Diplo. Now I don't know if y'all know who Diplo is, but Diplo is one of the most powerful EDM producers. He is a EDM god. Okay, I got it in the credits. It's Diplo, it's Detail, it's Mo. I said his name. Well, y'all know who it was anyway. It's myself and one other person. So at the end of the day, I got credits that nobody can take away from me because number one, I didn't let it kill me. I kept progressing. I got even stronger and even better. And then when another opportunity for me opened up, I was, able to take advantage of it. So
for sure.
yeah,
Keep on
crazy.
pushing.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
talking your head off. but
No,
it's-
no.
We need to hear
That's a lot,
this.
man.
No,
The viewing
talk,
audience
man,
as
honestly.
well as the listening audience need to hear it.
Absolutely, man. 'Cause that's an inspiration. Honestly, that's what other artists like myself and whatnot, other people who want to come up, we look to. We want to hear them triumph stories, man.
And you're an artist too. Like this, believe it or not.
Struggle is real.
Believe it or not,
Saying.
whatever it is that you do and whatever it is that you do, like this is super relevant to y'all because it's not about get like me, do music, blah, blah, blah. It's about saying that if this is your particular goal, whatever that goal might be, the only way that goal doesn't happen if you literally stop or you foresee it being like, oh, the mountain's too big. I
Real
can't
talk.
do that. Or and then you got to be careful with who you share your visions with.
Say it again, one more time.
You have to be very, very careful.
I'm saying
on who you. It ain't even about stealing. It ain't about stealing. If you have an idea that's just phenomenal, but you're looking for validation in what somebody else will feel about it, then you can be like, oh man, what do you think about this? And I can be like, yeah, but you should probably do it. And then you be like, yeah, that's cool. And that thing will never manifest because you allow 1 to 2 to 5 to 10 other people tell you there's no way that makes any sense.
Right.
Wow.
So don't even try it.
So,
But it's usually the stuff that doesn't make any sense that makes it good.
yeah.
It's like stuff that doesn't make sense ends up being awesome.
Right.
Exactly. So that's why you got to really, set your goal. And there's nothing wrong with bouncing off people, but
Right.
But hold it kind of loosely on how they feel about it. Because sometimes it comes down to, I want your support, not your opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
wow. Amen.
I want your support, not your opinion. And that's because it's a fine line. It's a tight line going between taking people's criticism, what I'm saying, and using it to better your project, and also taking it and being like, all right, that's cool. I can respect your opinion, but I'm still about to move this way.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
take the opinion of whoever that is and see how you can add some of that on there. Or if it don't apply, let it fly. You heard that before.
Right,
You know
there you
what I'm saying?
go.
Oh yeah, that's
Ball
cool.
it up
yeah.
and you just
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? So, right. So that being said, honestly, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna take a lot of discernment for you to make that decision for real.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying, like when do you feel like it's okay? Because let's say you got somebody that's close to you and they tell you like, hey man, I don't think that's a good idea. Has anybody ever told you that wasn't a good idea and it wasn't a good idea?
So you know what the funny thing is? Some of the people that are close to you have opinions and make determinations based on like their personal relationship with you. So realistically, because you heard the yes man, the yes woman, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So when artists, let's take this for an example, when they create music, and they bump it around their crib, everybody in their hood bumping it, and all their friends is liking it, and then they come and they play it, and I'm like, yeah, everybody like it. Okay, I'm like, who is everybody? How many followers you got? Blah blah blah. Like, oh well, just people around the hood. Okay, they're supposed to tell you that. Okay, but the people who are non-biased to you, how do they react when they don't have any personal thing to go on? They're gonna give you the most
Right.
clearest, non-biased opinion, and if you can sell them, then selling them is actually more important than you come to your people, because they might just be like, oh yeah, that's cool, man. That's just Amber,
I can't tell you how many times I heard that.
She really thinks that she gonna get out there and be this big graphic designer, like she just gonna like do a movie.
Bruh.
And then when you
You
talk
just
like,
tapped into
oh,
my
yeah,
past just now.
yeah, like,
Right.
oh yeah, good job, Amber. Oh man, you gonna be a star, man.
Oh, you just stabbed me just now.
That's what happened.
The double play.
He done tapped
it's
into my
like, yeah,
past.
It be like that though sometimes.
No, it'd be like that. The majority, because they can't help it because they see, the people around me. They can't just because my government name is Shine. They don't have an opportunity to be. Oh yeah, that's just Shine because I've been focused on Lyriq, the singer, songwriter, producer, rapper, musician, actor, writer, all this stuff. I've been doing that and I've been laser focused, and I never gave a coconut about what their opinion was. Either they were going to see it, like it, and support it, or not.
Yeah.
And I was okay with the not. And some of us aren't secure in our own vision. It ain't even a talent. It's the vision and the path that you carve for yourself. If you're not insecure in that, if you're not secure in that, then the other people around you, you sit back, okay, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? The concept of it don't make sense. You know why writer's block don't exist to me? It's because if I'm going to write a story about this bottle, I can ask you how you like the story. But my perception of this bottle, you're not qualified. You're not qualified. You guys aren't qualified to tell me how I saw this bottle. Whether not saying it was right or wrong, but it's my perception. So
Yeah.
It is gonna be unique in itself, and it's
writer's block comes when you're so focused on how people are going to accept the bottle that you're not even focused on getting your
You're focused on the problem and you ain't focused on the solution.
Right.
Yeah.
How
That's
they
why
gonna
stuff
accept
doesn't
the
get
bottle
done.
rather than what you fill in your bottle with, what you want to drink,
Yeah,
basically.
and
There
then
you
stuff
go.
never gets done.
Can't tell me what to pour in my bottle. You can just tell me whether you like it or not.
Right. Yeah. You.
And I may not give a coconut.
He can pour coconut in his bottle.
Coconut.
True, there you go.
It
That's
don't matter.
that's pour your own problems right there. It's like
pour your own poison. Yeah.
there you go. Okay.
Sip that tea.
That was a deeper moment than we.
Yeah.
I'm
did you
sorry.
wanna-
Sound like you were getting ready
Right,
to take
man.
us to church there for a second.
Right.
And,
I was ready to
and
start throwing
passing
up
out the
the
offering.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow, wow.
Exactly. Can
All
he
we
do
have-
it?
Organ playing.
Yes, he can.
We have the answer.
Right. Can he do it? Yes, he can.
There are only two types of people in the world. They are the doers and the don'ts. And the don'ts.
So,
Thank you, Pastor Wilson.
so that's where you got your.
Loki, that's
That's
a real
where you
last
got your.
name,
Hold
though.
on.
So is that where
I
you
have
got?
no affiliation with Pastor Wilson,
Coconut.
but he gets my utmost respect. So,
So,
taught him
Myra,
well.
is
I
that
taught
where
him
you
well.
got your
Look at
music?
That's crazy.
Is that where you got your musical experience from? Is being in church?
Yeah. So the thing is I was the
Right.
church. That was the church's like first drummer.
Okay.
You know, Congos, bongos, but I play 6 instruments all together. So yeah, a lot of my background does come from church. I'm a PK. You know what I'm saying? Dad, assistant pastor. I had
So is Amber.
yeah, I had one of them. Oh, so you look, so you already know. So look, so
The PK.
Wednesday night Bible study, Thursday night choir rehearsal, Friday night it was something with the kids, early Saturday morning prayer, it was something else going on, then early Sunday morning Sunday school, and then there was another something in between intermission that you had to do, then you had the service, and then so I sang the choir, played the drums.
and then you
the
rested on the
praise team.
7th day.
Rest? What are you talking about? No, after service, it was we had to go to this church and sing, and then we had to go in fellowship with them, and so it was like that for almost 10 years of my life.
I respect that.
Man.
But see, that's what built your foundation for
It
that
built your
musical
foundation.
talent, for
Yeah.
that musical talent, because
Yeah.
you got in there, you got all of that experience
Yeah.
working with not only people but multiple instruments, multiple different like you know what I'm saying, just venues, all that stuff. So you embodied that, and that's what kind of made you the man that
So-
you is now.
Yeah, and I'm definitely grateful for that. I don't go to church as much that often because
But it's in your heart, man.
church down.
Probably because you was kind of forced to a little bit, really. Like, right, like that. It's like,
Hey, for some reason,
that sound like a
I
job.
don't know.
He don't know.
Hey, but that was one of my favorite parts of that song.
I was
It's
getting
so
into
bad.
it.
But I love that song. Shout out
Okay.
to Tamala. That's a crazy song. But
High
yeah,
vibes with it. I
man.
don't know. Okay.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Most
You
times,
bust a
most
freestyle,
times, a
okay.
lot of times
Yeah.
when people go to church out of basically habit, you know what I'm saying, not out of like, you know what I'm saying, for the call for the Lord. That's what ended up
you
happening.
take me
later.
down that rabbit
Yeah.
hole, we're gonna be here for 2 hours.
Oh Lord.
Cause
No,
Mhm.
we
No
can't
pun
let-
intended. Oh
uh,
Lord.
Yeah.
We just trying. We just trying to get their feet wet,
Yeah.
man. We
they ain't gonna get a
we
cuticle
can't
wet on
baptize.
that.
We can't baptize them today. We can't
We ain't trying to
baptize
get
them
baptized in
today.
that.
Right, we can't baptize them today,
Yeah.
man. They
I'm
just trying to get their
controversial
feet
on that
wet.
tip. My thought process is anyway. But yeah, on to the next.
Right, man. You know what I'm saying? Right, hit him with the holy water with
Yeah,
that
you know
one.
what I'm
but-
saying?
It's gonna sizzle off his body.
Hey.
Exactly, man. So,
The spirit of Christ compels
Right,
me.
so, right.
Why you sound
exactly.
like a?
Oh, I do voices and everything.
yeah.
No, that's
He said
perfect.
he did voice acting.
I know
He
it's
did
just
voice
perfect.
Man, listen.
Sound like a dried out old man.
A dried out.
That reminds me
Dried
of dude
out.
It sound like
on The
Sponge-
Simpsons. Oh, Homer,
Right.
the spirit of Christ compels me.
Remind you that episode of SpongeBob when they got dry.
Right.
We don't need it.
dad. He's over there having a heart attack.
Oh my God. I need it.
Right.
Oh, my
But man, yeah. So honestly, dude, we see that you clearly got a very clear cut vision of what you want, man.
yeah,
Now tell us this: what kind of mark you want your vision to leave on the world? Like, what's the overall purpose and the goal that you're going to that'll be like, okay, I'm fulfilling my purpose.
You know what? From this point forward, it's really opportunities of just extending legacy, and it's really just motivation. Like I done been around almost everybody you can think of. You know what I mean? I done seen it, you know, whether I held the millions or not, I was, I mean, Like, oh yeah, well, okay, cool. We gonna get that car in there, boom, and there. I mean, in the Ferraris, in the Bentleys. So it's not really material gain. That's always nice, got kids and family and stuff, so you want to make sure that's good. But at the end of the day, I just see so much hopelessness within our community. And I'm not one of them people that's just like strictly, like pro black or whatever. I didn't see color growing up. I didn't give two coconuts about the shade of somebody. And you feel me? So at the end of the day, I really think that entire concept is stupid. So as a matter of fact, one of the artists that I'm pushing right now, my main artist, his name is Drew Peckett, and his single actually drops on the 22nd of this month. And he's a 26-year-old white kid.
It sounds white. Drew Peckett.
And yeah, literally, like when he first told me his last name, I was like, what is a Peckett? Like I've never heard that in my life until I met him.
Right.
Great personality, blah blah, and I saw the potential and I developed him for like 5 years, and we have accomplished some crazy. And one of the staples on how we, the message that I want to send, even with that, is that here I am, black guy from the hood, white guy from Kalkaska, up by Traverse City, somewhere up in, I think there you see it.
I'll be the
and
Eminem.
then we came together and created something that was so massive that was based purely out of love for the game and creating something dope.
Yeah.
That story is going to translate because it has nothing to do with color. So I don't,
right.
You feel me? So
Right,
yeah, I
go.
mean, I'm a different person. I'm a different breed. So to answer your question, I'm living my legacy. I like in the song that I played for you. I said my legacy grows every time I breathe. I literally said that in the record. So
Right.
It's deep.
it's another accomplishment right there. There's more breaths that's left for me to do something because I do so many things. Okay, my first record in the industry, I wrote the song Melody for Ray J. Okay. Ray J, when that came out 2006, he went on to name his daughter that he had with Princess Love, Melody.
Wow.
So
my so literally, and I
named a child.
like
Right.
literally, I'm a
is.
musical godfather. So literally, if you talk about like impact on the world, it doesn't matter if it's international, world, galaxy wide. But there's a beautiful little girl out there in L.A. with their name was literally inspired by what I sat down and wrote.
That's dope.
That is dope.
That's
So
dope.
this is why you got to be careful on how you move in the decisions that you make, because you'll be remembered by your legacy. And I think so. My dad one day, he was telling me, he was like, because when somebody passes away, or you see the whole thing, you see when they were born, their birth date and their death date, right? But it's what you do in the dash.
Yeah.
So I'm filling out my dash, and I don't have any limitations. I don't see it. It's not an end game for me. It's crazy. People be like, I ain't gonna stop till I get to the top, or I ain't. If you're still how is there a top?
There shouldn't be a top.
There
Sky's
shouldn't
limit.
be, because that implies that once you accomplish a certain thing, that you're gonna stop. So
Ain't nothing enough to accomplish.
So hey, God, I accomplished it. You can put the rest of them numbers after my dash. I'm good. Take me.
Right.
That's the dumbest coconut I've ever seen in my life.
Coconut,
Right,
there it is.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's transitions. I mean, young, I was already a published writer in middle school. I ain't gonna tell my age, but middle school already was publishing short stories. I was been singing since I was 2. But short stories. I had the cover of the Free Press by 8th grade. Wrote a story about my grandfather being the first black male nurse at a Sinai hospital.
Oh wow. Cool.
Wrote that. Then by the time I got into high school, I had a novel finished already. It was called Hellfire, because I was inspired by Stephen King. So I was writing a lot of horror stuff. And then so around like right after I graduated, that was when the singing me that's been singing forever and the writing me that came out with a full journalism scholarship to Wayne State and all that stuff, it merged and it created this creative songwriter being that. So I was writing before I was writing music. I was singing before I was singing music. And when they met, it was just like
The birth of Lyriq.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That was the birth of Lyriq for sure.
Yep, you made a baby.
Yeah. Period.
Yep.
That's how it
You
was,
made a
man.
baby.
Is that you know what I'm saying? The two halves made a whole, and that's
Yep.
and here we are. You know,
Indeed.
what I'm saying? That whole has made countless hits for a lot of people, basically.
Yeah.
And a lot of
directly and indirectly.
people, right, exactly.
Wow.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
powerful.
Honestly, and that's good, and that's good to have you here today, because a lot of people might not really don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
Yeah,
still
a lot-
need to
a
be
lot.
educated on. A Detroit this is a homebred talent.
You know,
People
Yeah,
is
it
homebred
is.
talent.
you know the funny thing is
CoolNerds Unite. Homebred.
And I was telling him when we walked in, like I'm definitely a nerd. I just nerded out in the creativity and the musical and the entertainment side. I completely nerded out with that, and it kept me out of a lot of stuff. Like my idea of harmonies and stuff like that. Like I would listen to back in the day the Boys to Me and stuff, and don't get me wrong, I was always athletic, play basketball, all the play the playground and everything. Right. But I spent so much time where I would take Boys to Men's "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday," and I would play that song right, and then I would find the soprano note in it and sing it all the way through, and then I would rewind it, find the alto, and sing it all the way through. So this is same thing with tenor, same thing with bass, to the point to where literally I could go in the studio now and sing each note. And then it sound exactly like Boys to Me. So my understanding of like harmony and music and everything, that's some nerdy
coconut.
Right.
You feel
there
me?
It is.
Yeah.
It's just in a different vein.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Yeah, I was just telling Roderick that not too long ago about that nerds come in different shapes and forms. There's all kinds of nerds. It doesn't just stick to the comic books and movies. Like, no, there are all kinds of nerds.
And when you told me that, that resonated in my head.
But
I was talking about what Amber had told me then. It kind of coincided with the conversations that we've had amongst ourselves. And I remember one time talking to Amber, and Amber said that, and I'm like, I couldn't even disagree with it because
what
she
makes
was absolutely
a nerd?
right.
A nerd is basically what you're passionate about. I'm passionate about my art. I could tell you all day, all night the primary colors and how to make stuff happen as far as artistically.
Exactly.
Phil likes music. You like music. A nerd comes in any shape and form. It's just about what you're passionate about.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're right.
That's what makes you a nerd.
Sound Lord, Gavin.
If you deal with sound, that's your nerd.
And that's a whole in and of itself.
And that's funny.
Yeah,
that's super funny because what's funny is because I got somebody who married right now, my homeboy, saying his wife swear up and down, saying she CEO of Black Pearl Media. She swear up and down she not a nerd. She don't like nothing nerdy. But if you hear her talk about film. And all of her posts is like me. That's me studying. She taking pictures of her film books. Like all of the shots, learning shots. I was like, this is like
a nerd is nothing but being a student of the game. Whatever
you are passionate about.
I love it. To the level of obsession. To the point where I'm gonna live, breathe this on a regular.
That's what makes you a nerd.
I'm gonna live and breathe this coconut on a regular basis.
I think people are just so caught up in the stereotypical nerd. You think nerd, you think Urkel.
Yeah.
Well said.
So that's what it comes down to. So I just hate the stereotype of nerd because when you think nerd, you think Urkel and mathematics and someone who's good in school and whatever. Nerd, being a nerd is just about being what you're passionate about.
The whole funny thing about that is if you take it back to school, it's not that the nerds were bad or uncool. They were just so much smarter than everybody else and made everybody else feel like coconut, and so they talked about them.
Right.
If you really break it down to what it is, it had nothing to do with lifestyle or body type or clothes. It was just like, okay, you know how to do this and I don't. You're a nerd.
It's insecurity.
Right.
It is birthed out of insecurity.
I can't see where you coming from, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You so smart and I'm so stupid. I'm insecure about that. So,
exactly.
I'm going to give you the title of nerd. It's like I'd rather be a nerd than a jock any day. I was like, I'm passionate about my stuff. I know my stuff. I know what I'm all about. I like what I like. Yeah. You like what you like. You passionate about it. You own the title of nerd. And I think everyone should own the title of nerd. If there's something you are passionate about, you a nerd.
In case you know, I don't got my nerd shirt, but I am definitely a nerd.
Oh, I got you one, brother.
With the nerds.
I got you one. Yeah. Oh yeah, you just don't have it.
I
got it.
I had to settle for Fendi. My bad.
We got you covered.
He can't dress to impress. No one gave him the memo or anything like that.
I did.
I swear, it's all hoodies.
I would have rather had a nerd on than this.
Yeah.
Oh, we can work that out for you. It's right over there.
Give him your hoodie now.
Right, coconut now.
You mother coconut.
Can't take it off fast enough. Hey, Roger,
move, coconut, move.
You gonna give me another one, right?
Oh, yeah. I got that.
Just
I
give
got
him my
right
shirt
in the locker for you.
Now I gotta
please come on, man.
Now I gotta come to the meet without my shirt on. You know what I'm saying? It's like
all these ratchet coconuts in here.
You know what I'm saying?
Get on my nerves.
It's all good. It's all because now we got company. Y'all want to act different. It's all good. It's like it's all good.
Act different. I am shocked. I have to clutch my pearls.
You know what? I'm in a good place right now.
Literally, or are you talking about like
among friends?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
For a second, I thought you meant like literally, just in a good place. Like, yeah,
Oh, I am.
That's a good spot to be in.
I am.
Right.
Cool Nerds Unite podcast.
Squeeze in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, most definitely, people. So, like I said, man, you done kind of opened up a lot of doors just with this conversation for a lot of people who might be listening right now.
Yeah.
I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying, enjoying it or getting something from it, you know.
So I had a question. So who did
Go
you
ahead.
have the pleasure of working with, or who would you say was your most, I don't know, eye-opening experience work with?
That's hard because it's a bunch of different stuff for different reasons, and some of it was working with people, some of it was linking with people. Like I actually had the pleasure of working with Whitney Houston, and
Wow.
so being in the I didn't write the particular song, but me along with Brandy and Ray J, we vocal produced the record. It was a record that we did called "It'll Be Okay," and the weirdest thing was we were at the Hit Factory in Miami, and it's like 13, 14 studios in there. So it, you know, Brandy's down here recording, Timbaland making beats in that, Missy Elliott in
Timbaland.
there,
Love Timbaland.
Petey Pablo in there, Julio
Timbaland.
Iglesias in there. You know, we up
Yeah.
in here with Ray J. Tweet was across the hallway with Whitney
Tweet.
Houston working on something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So it was just a lot of people in and out. Tyrese walking, it was just bananas. This was, you know, when I was
That's
a rookie. So,
crazy.
so Whitney was across the hall working with Tweet, and Ray was sitting there like, "Yo, man, I think I'm gonna try to get Whitney on the record." And we sitting up here like, "Man, that'd be crazy," you know. So anyway, she comes in, and she had a little dog or whatever, and Ray was like, "Hey, you know, Whit, you know, you think would you be cool with getting on the record with us?" And she was like, "Nope." And then she literally walked out.
Wow.
We were sitting here like,
I just got dissed by
yo,
Whitney.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Right, man.
Can I rewind this just a
Yeah,
little bit?
yeah.
She said
said no.
exactly like that.
on my kids.
Like,
She
no.
like, nope. And then she walked out.
Dang, like,
So
wow.
so
That's
me
funny.
and Brandy, we
Like-
kind of laughing at her, like, man, she, you know what I'm
she
saying?
hit you with the red daddy.
And
Like,
then so we in there chilling. A little while later, she literally, now just like, so imagine, okay, so you Brandy, I'm Ray, you know, you Detail, you know, we just
Right.
sitting around, and then she burst in the door and said, "Okay, I'm ready now." We was,
I'm ready now.
all right, cool.
I'm ready now.
Set everything up.
right.
I'm ready when Whitney's ready.
And so we were in a mastering room, so we wasn't in one of those studio rooms. We weren't in one of those studio rooms to where like it was a booth and it was like separate.
Right.
So literally, Whitney's standing right there, and she got the mic right there. And I would never forget when she hit that first run. It was just like all the hairs on my arms like stood up. Like I'm literally in here with
That is
legendary greatness.
Right.
So
I can only imagine what it's like to hear her sound
oh my
in
God.
person.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. It was amazing. So out of that, only thing I wound up doing was the social media and all that stuff wasn't around there. So I had her sign an autograph and I brought it home to my mom's and then you know for a nice amount of time it was sitting on the refrigerator. I don't know if she ever kept it or what happened, but consequently, you know, later on when she passed, like my phones were blowing up. Like number one because I worked with Ray and I worked with Whitney, and if y'all know how their saga kind of went on, like
Yeah.
you see the connection there.
Yeah,
And
right,
sure.
it's
exactly.
even funnier that you know, so when the For the Love of Ray J show went on, you remember Ray J was dating Tierra Marie from Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm the one that got Tierra Marie on. I was writing all the stuff that had Jay-Z
Okay.
sign her. Me, Yanni, another cat named One.
Okay.
And so I vocally trained her. I taught her how to write, taught her how to record the whole nine. And so in the midst of me working with her, I was working with Ray at the same time. And then they wind up linking and dating, and she moved into him, and then they became this whole item and all that. So I'm at the center of a whole lot of stuff that didn't happen out there. And so, I mean, I've worked with a whole bunch of people. I mean,
I just got chills hearing the fact that you heard
oh
Whitney
my
Houston
God, that
in
was
person.
amazing. I would never, ever, ever in a million years forget that as long as I live.
Yeah, we're never gonna get another
And,
voice like that.
And
No.
you know, off the camera, I'll tell you some interesting stories because let's put it this way: that was a really skinny Whitney.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh God.
This is a coconut moment, not a
Right,
cursed
yeah,
coconut
It
moment,
ain't
but
the
a
curse one, but
it's a coconut moment.
I would never disrespect her on air and put it out
Okay.
there.
Yep.
but
Off the
Jesus
record,
Christ.
coconut.
No, ain't no way.
Will not disclose
No,
coconut.
Nope. So, but yeah, Whitney, Benny Siegel, and then engineered sessions with Cash Doll and worked with LaBrittany, who was on the Love and Hip Hop. actually the first big name producer that I worked with when I was rookie in the game was Michael Powell, and Mike Powell did all of Anita Baker stuff. So it's like I've been blessed to be around a whole bunch of very talented people. I worked with Maya, Robert from Day 26, Sarah Stokes from making the band. The group 7 Mile, they had that "Gotta Let You Do Your Thing." When they broke up, I worked with Tez and Dion. Me and Detail was doing a project on them, and this was when the whole FUBU label was going around. I mean,
FUBU bringing it,
FUBU is, I don't care what nobody say. FUBU.
Wow, we just took it back some for real.
Yeah. Well, that was the time when FUBU actually had the label. So FUBU, LL was signed to FUBU. Yeah. They was getting ready to sign 7 Mile. It was crazy. So I done been around a lot of people, and recently, working with T Grizzly. I wasn't in the studio with Grizz, but me and Helliver is very, very close. That's like one of my really good friends in the industry. Yeah. And he called me in, and I was like, yeah, we need to do something for Kevin Lyles and for 300. And I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And I'm like, what's the project? And then he turns on the vocals to Satish, and it was just T Grizzly spitting the freestyle. It was no music. It was like dope. I was like, yo, we working on the Grizz record? I'm like, bet, cool. And so he was like, yeah, so let's
just
start
fell
off
out
with
of
some
nowhere.
pianos. And then so that part that comes on, the track starts off with the piano. Yeah. That's the first thing that I played. Right. And then he was like, all right, bet. And then he started building the beat around it. He was like, I want to change. He was like, all right, give me something else. And so I'm like, I'm listening to the beat. I'm like, played that, and then he looped it, and the next thing you know, and then he put out the dun 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 dun.
Yeah, go ahead, you put that.
And we sitting at 17 million views right now.
17 million.
That is dope.
Just that fast. From some stuff that basically fell out of nowhere, really.
Period.
He
literally fell out of nowhere.
It happened just like that.
But that's what happened when you got your will. It's already going in such a place in the universe. The universe just moves around it. Basically, it just start happening.
Let me tell you how real that is. It's so crazy because I've always been I love TV and I love music, right? So when the show Moesha used to be out,
Moesha.
I would sit in the middle of my parents' living room, and I would have my hands on my in my chin. But when I watched it, I felt this weird. I was like, somehow I'm gonna work with Brandy, and I don't know how, but somehow I'm gonna wind up linking with her. But I could taste it just as sure as I could pick up and drink this water. I could taste it, bro.
Wow.
And so now I wasn't a big Ray J fan when the opportunity came about. Right. I didn't even have to leave to Detroit to work with him. It was a movie that was being shot called Envy, and me and Detail at the time we was working with everybody just around the city, everybody, and then we wound up working with somebody who was married to one of Ray J's right hand men, and was like, yo, he just so happened to be in town, to be shooting his role in a movie in Detroit. He'll be there in 2 weeks. Bring the mother coconut heat. Is what he told us. At the time, I was a songwriter. I didn't know how to produce.
But you brought the heat.
And Detail was a producer, didn't know how to write. So
put that
together. We did it.
Right.
That's how it came about.
Wow.
Dang, so it's kind of like
straight up.
You envisioned it. You saw it like, yeah, I'm gonna work with her.
Yeah.
Peanut butter,
spoken into
jelly.
existence.
Yes.
That was right there. That was a how high moment right there.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. You got right.
So for me,
great combination.
I'm real weird. Like I don't even like to be around the cantors, right? I don't even like to be around the triers. Like that's more of like, if I'm saying I'm trying, like that's a coconut. Don't try around me because that's bull. Like if you really think about it, the word try has,
it's the precursor to you.
It has doubt embedded in the very fabric of
right.
that word.
Yes, it does.
Right.
Yes,
it does. Yes, it do. You got to do.
That's almost close to don't.
Yoda.
You're either going to or you're not. If you're saying you're trying, then you're already subconsciously saying it's a possibility that I might not be able to do it.
And you already psyching yourself out. It's like
and what people don't understand is that much because I teach vocal lessons and stuff like that. And when I work with singers or I'm developing artists like I did Tierra, and they be like, oh yeah, I can't. I'll be like and now I'm one of the people. If y'all remember the Clark sisters. Shout out to Dorinda Karen. I got cool with them. I was there for like about a year. They're really good people. Maddie Moss was known in the choir days, to where if a choir member like did something, she'd take a shoe off, she'd hit you with a shoe, she'd hit you with a hymnal, and I never had the pleasure of being around her like that. But like when I'm in the studio with an artist, I'm Rick, I can't. I be trying to find out. Like, no, you're not gonna say that around me, only because I'm passionate about the craft, and you want good results from what's going on. And I'm telling you, every time you say try or can't or I don't know, then you're gonna get in there and you're only gonna give me 60% of you instead of giving me the 200 that I require, because the other 40% is
there it is.
because you're telling yourself I don't know whether you can or not.
You ain't about to curse around me, basically.
Right.
Exactly.
You ain't about to curse around
You
me.
say everything in the book except for try and can't around me.
Like coconut, you better not curse at me.
Right, man. Look, I don't coconut with that. Okay.
Because Kane ain't saying nothing but you won't.
And
so
it's
it's like,
infectious. It's infectious because if you see somebody talented and you let's say you listen to a bunch of my music and you hear me and you hear how talented I am and you blown away by it, right? And then you catch me in a moment like, man, I just don't know if I'm gonna make it. And you looking like he that talented and he don't know if he can make it. Then what chance do I stand? It can bleed. It can bleed. So I don't even want that around me. Don't. You. If you say you're gonna build a car, then every time I talk to you and I ask you about that car, you better be talking about the plans went through good. Because the minute you be like, yeah, I don't see Ford taking this, you're not gonna get no more phone calls from me. I don't even want to be around you.
That coconut's contagious.
It's right.
You feel me? Because I got too much stuff that a doubt left and right can sway and change the whole course of my dash before the rest of my digits come. And I'm not gonna let you manipulate my dash. If you wanna F yours up, you do that.
Right.
And you heard it first here on Cool Nerds Unite.
Hey, I ain't trying to preach.
I was just about to ask you what words of advice you would give
And that's
people.
it.
And you know what? I'm not even going to ask because you summed it up in about 300 words or less.
I'm sorry.
No, but if you want to, okay, Cliff Notes version. Cliff Notes version. Cliff Notes version. The highlights.
The highlights.
Use this coconut as much as you want to, free range.
Hold on, he said use the coconut as much as you want to.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you have a mission for your own coconut self, then you push until you get where you want to be with that, and don't have somebody else's influence on what they think even going anywhere closer. And then your circle. Look, because there used to be people on the block where everybody had this house where it's like 5, 6 guys sitting up there drinking beers and just sitting lounging around, and they just looking, and that their motivation was getting up every day doing the same thing, or going meeting at the corner store, or doing horseshoes or whatever. And if you see that and you're okay with being in that, you got to look at each one of those hours. All of that stuff is taken away from something constructive. Now I ain't saying don't kick it and chill with your people, but you gotta, the people that's around you. You gotta see who around you, because if they not motivated, they can't help but to pull you down, because that's what they on.
Oh, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
And they might not even know that they own it. And that's the worst. That's the worst part. A lot of people don't even know they own it.
You might not even know that your sweater is being tugged until you leaning all the way down, like, oh, coconut.
Right. Right. You feel me?
I like how you just.
Coconut.
Right. So that's
real.
Be around people, like literally all my friends, they're either in entertainment or music. That's not a coincidence.
Nah.
Because we have common ground. We can motivate and push each other. They can see everything that I've accomplished, and I can see what they've done or not done, and be like, not to the point of, you need to get on my level. No, I'm gonna motivate you and push you not to stop like I didn't. And one of the other part of the reasons why I couldn't stop is too many people was watching me and relying on me.
All right.
So how dare, like, our lives aren't for us. How dare I stop? If I stop and give up, it's going to affect hundreds of people's ability to think that they can or can't.
Real talk.
Right.
So I got the weight of a lot of stuff on my shoulders. It's not just me. And then I got children.
Right.
So
the ones that actually depend on you 100.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they see daddy stop when they come future, when I'm long gone.
Yeah, what kind of
They
message
come
that
to a
send to your
point
kids?
to where my daddy didn't stop. So, hey, that's what it is.
Wow, that's
You guys
powerful,
have any more
man.
questions? Because I'm ready to play a game.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play a game.
After we play the game, we're gonna give our friend Lyriq the microphone and give the audience a sample. This is a sample.
We gonna get a sample
Big sample if possible.
of Lyriq.
Of your singing ability, brother.
Okay, so here at Cool Nerds Unite, we like to play a little game with our guests. Rapid fire questions. You will answer these questions as fast as you can.
Okay.
No matter what the question is, you just answer. Okay. Okay, ready?
coconut.
Rapid fire questions, and here we go. Question number 1: boxers or briefs?
Oh God. Briefs.
Fried chicken or smoked chicken?
Fried.
Over or under toilet paper? I mean, as you pull the
What
toilet
in the
paper.
hell does that mean?
I knew that was going to
Because it gets everybody.
be. Okay, you know how the toilet paper is like, it's
Oh, it
either
gotta
over.
be over, bro. What under?
Right,
what under
right.
is stupid. Like, cause if it breaks, you gotta reach up under there.
exactly.
You gotta wrench around and wrench it off.
It's
to
more
get
like
it
a
enough.
tug than a pull.
Yeah, I think I always have to
That's too
clarify
much
that
work.
question because the last
Yeah.
person thought we
Yeah.
meant like, how do you wipe?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I should have been like,
No.
no.
You know,
Right,
mental
right.
note, we need to edit
Yeah.
that.
Like we not,
Okay.
we not even
Coconut.
going there.
Immediately.
Yeah, edit that
Go.
coconut
All right, go.
immediately. Okay. Sleep with the TV on or off?
Don't care.
Okay.
All right.
Coffee or tea?
Depending on the mood. I mean, if I'm tired, it's coffee. I love sweet tea though, so I'm gonna say sweet tea. Tea.
Okay. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Oh, Jesus.
Lyric moments.
Jesus is
I
not an
played the
option.
fifth.
Oh, he said Michael Jackson.
okay.
Michael Jackson, the Prince. Jesus. It's
Let's
like
pause.
we go there.
Because I gotta clarify.
Jesus.
I'm a musician that plays multiple instruments, so man, I rock with Prince for different reasons. Mike was iconic and just had this crazy effect on people. You got with that one. I'm a request that you dig. What about Mike or Prince? Are we talking better performer? Better, you know what I'm saying?
Mike singing, dancing, or
Okay, so
or
clarify
Prince
the clarification.
songwriting and,
Yes.
and instrumentalist.
Yes,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
and I just recently I seen people posting this on Facebook and to make people mad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Mike wasn't all that great of a singer. He wasn't.
You know, he I mean,
He is
Dramatic
the
pause.
most phenomenal performer ever because
Yeah.
he was able to incorporate the fact that he could sing, dance, and entertain
Oh,
to the
wow.
point where when he just looking at
the
You
original.
just opened up a whole nother debate
like I
right
said,
here on Cool
wow.
Nerds.
The
It's
original
about to be
Chris
a
Brown,
debate.
basically. It's like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Now Prince, a lot of time he either used this falsetto or he had that vibrato. You know, he was a dope singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But traditionally, like, I mean, you ain't gonna put Marvin Gaye and Stevie and people that could blow it and Donny Hathaway. You're not
Right,
gonna put him in
Oh.
that.
No.
Those were singers.
Right.
So
Yeah.
neither one of them were necessarily
That's
also
murder.
singers.
That's
Right.
murder.
You said murder.
They
That's
were-
murder.
They were
Performers.
the performance extraordinaire because Prince, he'll pick up an oboe, a guitar, he'd do whatever.
Oboe,
And
guitar,
so
some-
he, so he did stuff that Mike couldn't do. Mike did stuff that he couldn't do.
Yeah.
So they both different and cool in their
you
own way.
And respect each other.
necessarily-
And
You can't put them in the same category.
I mean, yeah, because Prince
When
could
you
take
look-
the coconut out the back of your pants. So it's like,
Period.
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh
it's-
wow,
That works
the
both
back of your
ways.
pants. I like where you going with that, man.
He
Be
would rip the cheek
respectful.
out of his pants and had two coconuts poking
That's
out.
what I'm
At him.
Wait a
saying,
minute.
like, yeah, exactly.
Okay, be respectful here.
and still pull all the women in the crowd though.
Yeah.
More women than the people. with
That
the coconuts.
saying works any kind of way.
In
Okay, wait a minute.
in some high
Okay,
heels.
next to the
And you do
question.
it in high
I'm
heels.
Next
sorry.
question,
I'm sorry, y'all
please.
can go
Okay,
see.
square or round pizza? Square or round pizza?
I'm gonna say square only because they knew hot and ready is good.
Right.
That mug, that new one, that
deep
square
dish,
boy, that
man.
thin
Oh,
crust.
the corner. Yes.
Woo! All right,
Soda or pop?
come on, they're one and the same. Just on the West Coast, they say soda.
Soda. Soda
Say pop,
sounds
it's
too
the same
dudish.
thing. I'm gonna say pop because I ain't from the West Coast.
Okay.
Okay.
Pop.
Okay, cats or dogs?
Dogs. I hate cats so much.
Well,
You hate cats?
disrespectful. Okay.
Well, not coconut. Never mind. All right, I like them, but not those. But okay.
Okay.
All right, next.
Do you recycle?
Yes, I'm gonna go
Okay.
PC.
Like, in case you didn't hear that on the microphone, he shrugged.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
have you ever lied to a homeless person about not having change?
Yes, I've actually asked them for a quarter before they got a chance to say it. They were like,
Throw them off. Like, wait a minute.
I need a quarter. Well, me too. And then we just had a Mexican standoff for 30 seconds and then I walk away.
Just looking at each other like, what do you do now?
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky, punk? Okay, do you look both ways before crossing the street?
Yes.
Even one-way streets?
Yes. I'm terrified.
I like him.
I don't trust anybody.
Okay. Do you wet your toothbrush, put the toothpaste on, and then wet it again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. He gets it. Okay. Okay. Here's another question that people look at me crazy for, so just bear with me. Do you put your peanut butter on one side of the bread or both?
Why would anybody put it both?
Bruh, like
No, it doesn't make any sense.
no, you put it on this side of the bread, and then you put it on the other side of the bread, and you push them together.
Yeah, that's how
Right.
it's supposed to be
Both
made.
sides of the bread.
Isn't this?
Oh no,
isn't
no,
that the
no,
right
I
way?
thought
Wait a minute.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
Both
when-
pieces of the bread,
Okay.
not both
Yeah.
sides.
Okay,
of the
well,
bread.
forgive me in the grammar and the way that whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
You put them
And the
separate,
pudding in
you
the
put
pot.
them
Okay, you
together.
put them
You're
together.
gonna have-
But you could
you're
actually
gonna
do
have
it like
jelly
that.
remnants in your peanut butter, and I'm funny like that. If I open my
Yeah.
peanut butter and I see bread or jelly, I'm tossing it. I want nothing but peanut
But-
butter. I don't like my food to touch.
But for the record, you
can't have
could
a
put
peanut
peanut butter
butter
on both
jelly
sides of the bread if you wanted to.
Yeah, you put peanut
Like this
butter
way.
on this side and then peanut butter on, and then jelly on the other side. It's just gonna be a messy sandwich.
But
What
you'll still
side you
eat it.
gonna hold?
But you'll still eat it.
Yes, but what you gonna hold it and have jelly just pouring down?
Then you lick your
mouth?
fingers, then you wash your hands when you're
And then
done.
you have to wash your mouth.
What's the purpose of the bread? You might as well just put it on your hand at that point.
The bread is just whatever. You don't ask questions like that. You just do it.
I won't.
Why wouldn't you do it?
No.
Okay. Okay,
I
the
gotta
peanut
have a dry
butter.
side
We
on
done
each
blew
side,
our-
so I ain't making a mess.
Right, we done blew up the
Well,
question already.
yeah.
So it's like,
Get y'all there. I'll eat my double-sided peanut butter
Hold on,
jelly.
time out. Pause. You put it
right.
on one slice of bread?
right.
You could. I got to tell you though, the first time I asked that question, I did go home one time and just thought about it for a second.
That is one of the most bizarre things I've heard.
But I
all
ate
day.
it.
I've never
Keep
met a
mine.
human being.
It was messy, but I ate it. Anyway, we're not talking about me.
Okay.
So,
Whoa.
have you? Okay, this is something I know everybody has done. Have you ever blew on your ice cream because it was too cold?
What?
Without thinking, come on, you've done it.
Wait a minute. And
Like,
keep in mind,
Without
people,
thinking-
No,
people,
never.
people. These questions are coming from the one drinking the smart water. By the way,
Anyway,
Blew on your ice cream.
like without thinking about it because it was too cold, you did one of these, like, and then you thought, wait a minute.
So I blow on food that's hot because
Right.
it burns my mouth. So I'm trying
Right.
to cool it down. I can't cool down ice cream.
Right.
Unless I was freaking Superman. I go.
I'm just saying, it's like you had a
Then
dumb
you
moment and
going
forgot
in
that it was
somebody's face
cold
at that point.
already.
I've had plenty of dumb moments. That's not one.
I'm feeling like more and more of an idiot with those
Nope.
questions. Like,
That's
well,
not idiot. That's just strange.
it's all good.
That's
We get
just strange.
it was a mistake. First of all, it's like you forget that it's already cold, so it's like, wait.
Nope, never made that one. I made plenty of
I'm
mistakes.
gonna make
Never
sure I
made that one.
warm up your ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again. Anyway, shower
In the oven, how many degrees do you put your ice cream on as you're baking it?
at least 350 degrees. It's a normal thing. You're supposed to put it at
Okay,
least
so
350
That's
degrees.
what you bake.
350?
Yes, you have to
Alright,
bake
so-
ice cream at least at 350 degrees to get
so
the right.
wait a minute. So real life fun
it's no
fact:
longer ice
Amber
cream.
really does like heat up her orange juice in the microwave.
Why are you
to drink
telling
that
people?
junk. Bro? She does that like for real in real life. In real life, she'll take she take it right out the vending machine, right out the cold. If no, I can't have it like
Why
this. She
are
go
you
put that boy
exposing me?
put that boy in there for like 20-30 seconds real quick.
Because it needs the warmness to go in and then the chill going down.
I'm talking about- And
Wow, that doesn't make any
and the
sense.
funny funny part is
That
she
doesn't
take
make
the top
any
she take the
sense.
she
But,
take the top off she take the top off of it too. So now you got the open bottle inside the microwave. So now you know the little cheese
Would you
or
stop?
everything is gonna fall down inside your pop. It's like
It hasn't happened. It has not happened.
as far as you know.
Okay, let's get back to Lyriq,
Right,
please. This is
Yeah.
God.
So
Wow. Okay. Next.
Shower or bath?
I think both are appropriate. So I don't.
Which would you
somebody
prefer?
marked that for me. That's my alarm. I didn't know that was gonna come on. Sorry. Which do I prefer?
Which would you prefer?
I mean, I love to soak, but if I'm rushing, I'm at least gonna get in the shower because I ain't going nowhere musty. So.
right, good job.
Respect.
There, sir.
I'll just say shower just because it's the quick thing, but I love baths too.
Okay.
Much respect.
Yes, sir.
Handshake or hugs?
I'm a hugger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cake or pie?
Love cake.
All right. Star Trek or Star Wars?
I'm gone. Listen, you can't ask somebody what. Because since a kid, my dad didn't have me like this,
The Trekkie.
and then I'm a Star Wars fanatic. You can't.
Okay.
best of both
So-
worlds.
All
Star
right,
Wars?
all right. I'm gonna have to go with.
Okay. Star
right.
Wars.
All right.
Oh, but I love Star Trek though.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Okay. If your life were a
boy.
movie genre, what would it be?
a comedy.
Oh, that's the truth. Okay.
Because
are
I'm
you-
an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. I really am.
And you got the nerve to laugh about my orange juice. Anyway, are you a morning or a night person?
Well, both, but I'd say night because the studio time goes well into the night.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
There you go. Our studio sessions go crazy long time. So
Okay. What is one thing that annoys you the most?
I'm gonna just pick one because it's so much stuff that annoys me.
the word try.
Well, you established a lot of things that he don't like.
The word try. We have established that one.
I mean, well, okay, horrible bad breath. Like,
Oh.
like, come on, you smell that? You know that you smell
Right.
it. You know that you see me, see you smelling yourself, and then you, hi. I've been wanting to just kick them up.
Smell so
to
bad, I can
Jesus'
hear
butt
it. I
crack.
can
Like,
see it.
Are you serious? Yeah, I know you hear that.
You just want to be like LeBron James and dunk a whole bunch of Tic Tacs in their mouth. Just be like, oh
Man, that's just, they don't care about nothing.
Okay.
Don't fight somebody with bad breath because they don't care about themselves, so they don't care about you.
Clearly,
They would do anything to you.
All right. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Loving, talented, and a complete fool. Hilarious. Yeah. That's more than, but yeah, you get it.
No, it works. Yeah. We'll count the last 2 as 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What TV sitcom family would you be a part of?
Ooh.
Everywhere you look,
The Simpsons.
everywhere. The Simpsons, yes.
Of course, right? Who would you? What character would you be out the Simpsons?
I would definitely be Bart.
I knew it.
Oh, he is a Bart.
I was like,
He
how
is
did
a
I-
Bart.
I saw it was like Bart
I'd
Simpson.
be Bart.
Okay, what word would you add to the dictionary and what would it mean?
What word would I add to the dictionary? So me and a friend of mine, I made up a word, and to this day we laugh. It would be called postponderated.
Ooh, I like that word.
Responderated.
What does it mean?
Postponderated. You just see something, and then you're just like, I'm just so postponderated by that.
Postponderated.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What does it mean? Maybe that would be like the cousin of flabbergasted. Like this person was
bewildered
just like this.
almost.
Flabbergasted.
So, I'm just so postponderated.
That sounds like inspired
Postponderated.
or
So, like I'm bewildered,
Yeah.
almost. You know, what
Almost.
I'm
I'm flabbergasted.
Right.
This is poppycock.
saying? Right. It's up there. Okay.
Speckeldorfed. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
Do you
well,
have one? What would yours be?
I can't really say it on air.
Oh yeah.
It would be the coconutting.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh well.
All
the
right.
majority of my words are coconut.
It's like a series of events that happens from the start of one horrible event called the coconutting.
Gotcha.
That's my
Wow,
word.
that is,
That's coconutting.
I got a
Jeez.
full sailor mouth. I ain't gonna lie. This has been a really awesome and hard interview for me because
You did well. You
I'm like,
use
yeah,
your
you've been using
coconuts
coconuts
sparingly.
pretty good, man.
You use
Yeah.
them as needed, and I like they kind of work together. They're very creative with
I
coconut.
really can respect the fact that when she asked you, which would you like more, pie, like cake or pie, you chose one and didn't give us because the last person chose cake and pie. So I don't know what cake and pie is.
I know, it was
but-
that difficult.
Right.
Ah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
like one
thank
or
you
the
for
other.
picking one of them.
yeah. I mean,
That question made you thankful. Okay.
Right.
All right, but thank you for playing the rapid fire
All
questions.
right.
Appreciate all your ansers.
for sure.
Yes.
No problem.
Over under
It's
toilet
fun.
paper and putting peanut butter on both sides of your bread.
Yeah,
Whatever I do.
I don't
We
know
learned,
what
we learned so much about Amber.
Bro, that's the weirdest.
Right, we learned so
Coconut
much,
ever.
so much
Yeah.
about Amber today.
Hey,
Tell them I'm an orange juice.
hey, I ain't knocking it. It's just like where's the like you pick one side up and then you got to stick. That's the I'm in my brain. I'm real visual. I'm like,
you might
how
as-
do you?
See,
That would make me go just ball it up and
there you go.
and just wipe it on
There you go.
Just might as well not care. Just like
There you
I'm gonna put it
go.
everywhere because
I say, you guys say why. I say, why
gonna be
not?
bathing in
So,
right. Oh, peanut butter.
look, I have my own grade of madness.
Jelly.
Everybody.
Oh, that's the next song right there. Jelly right there.
Speaking of song, would you like to give your email information or where fans or people that are,
Oh yeah, well they can follow me on the
enthused about your
gram.
music
Is I am
can be
underscore LYRIQ. So IAM underscore LYRIQ on Instagram. You can follow me right there. I'm gonna have a YouTube page up soon because I'm about to start blogging and doing little things, skits, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a fool, so I'm gonna tap into that.
Okay.
That's coming soon.
all right.
Would you like to grace us with one quick little song? Quick
Yeah, I'm
little
just trying to
acapella?
wonder what I should sing.
Now, like I said, bonus points if it's a naughty song, but you managed to incorporate the word coconut if you feel like being ambitious.
Let me see. Yeah, when I'm singing, like that's gonna be hard to sub that out because
Okay.
I got a potty mouth. I'ma just all right. So all right, since you because no offense to the guys, but I sing to the women. So
I'm good.
So Drew Hill or Maxwell?
Oh, that's hard. I'm gonna go with my first mind, Drew Hill. They both good. I like them both.
Okay. I'm gonna sing one of my favorites of theirs. Loving you is all I need, and never take your love from me. I think I would lose my mind if you would go away. Oh, say you'll never leave my side, and that forever you'll be mine. Oh, April, shower me with your love. And girl, I'll give you all the love I have inside this heart of mine. And girl, I swear that I'll be here for you forever and all time. So if ever you feel lonely, all you have to do is call me, and I'll be there to shower you with my love.
Woo!
All right, brother Lyriq.
I got emotional a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
Right
felt
here on
that.
Cool Nerds Unite podcast.
Hey.
I'm your host, Roderick.
I'm Amber Marie. You can follow me on social media at Instagram at Amber Marie. I can't even get my tags right. And also on Twitter of the same name. I'm_Amber Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Bill.
Hey, I'm feeling the beat. You can find me off Philip Mathis off Facebook. You know, Blacklight TV for YouTube. Feeling the Beat 313 on Instagram. Yeah, just artist trying to break it out and trying to break other people out with me.
Yep. So this is Cool Nerds Unite. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We're on YouTube now. We got videos coming up. We've
Check us out on YouTube.
check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud,
Right
iTunes.
now.
Listen to our previous podcasts. Show us. Email us. Tell us what you'd like to see on the show. Who you would like to see on the show. If we can get them. I'm not making any promises here. So
More of Lyriq.
we also like to thank our guest here, Lyriq, for coming into the studio today to talk about his craft.
Yeah,
Remember, a
appreciate you
nerd.
inviting me.
A nerd is a nerd,
Hey, man.
no matter what shape or form. Whatever you're
Period.
passionate about, you are a nerd. So be that nerd, and don't be
that.
afraid to embrace that. So from all here at Cool Nerds Unite, this has been our interview with Lyriq. And remember, everybody,
Stay nerdy.
Lyriq. Getting all uppity.
No, it's okay.
Lyriq.
So I could call you Roderick then, right?
Roderick.
Yes. You be like, well, that's not my name.
Roderick.
Roderick. Why are you being so uppity?